All right, hey guys, how you doing? It's Jay. Today we're going to be tackling arguably the number one question on loan officers' minds right now, and I'm guessing it's on your mind as well. And that's this: how do you not just compete against a rocket mortgage, but how do you win? How do you dominate in this landscape of online lending? All right, so I remember well dealing with this same type of issue and being fearful back when I was a loan officer. Now, I wasn't competing specifically against a Rocket Mortgage or other online lenders, but the principle is identical, right? Like, I was 6 months into the business going, how am I supposed to compete against XYZ lender if they can beat me in rate every single time? And so today you look at a Rocket Mortgage or other online lenders, and typically they can offer rates that are lower than what you and I can offer to our clients. But that's where we've got to flip the script. We don't want to compete against online lenders on rate. There's no strategic advantage at all in being the second lowest interest rate provider on the marketplace. I mean, why wouldn't anybody just go to the lowest, right? So the key turns out to be you have to identify a niche in your marketplace to own, to dominate, and put your stake down in the marketplace in an area where you're an expert and you know you can dominate. Okay. Now, what happens usually here, people are like, Jay, like if I go narrow and I try and identify a niche, like I'm going to be excluding all kinds of people that want to do business with me or would be willing to be one of my customers. So the truth is, far from limiting yourself when you pick a niche, it actually, picking a niche provides three big time benefits, three strategic advantages that you can leverage for your good when you are competing against a Rocket Mortgage or any online lender. And because you're not competing against rate, it gives you a huge advantage. So let's talk about these three benefits really quick. Number one, when you identify a niche, now this could be anything, right? It could be first-time home buyer, could be FHA or VA lending, or it could be a particular zip code that you're targeting. What you're doing when you identify this niche and you're kind of planting your flag is you are positioning yourself now as an expert. You are the expert in whatever area that you've picked. And make no mistake about it, this is huge. People want to work with experts. People want to work with the expert doctor that matches up with whatever issue that they're dealing with from a health standpoint. And the same is true with lenders. Like, it allows you to articulate a value proposition to people where you're positioned as the expert, as opposed to a value proposition that I hear over and over, which is, I've been in the business for 25 years. I offer really good service. I can do any kind of transaction for you. Like, that appeals to the masses and it's broad and it just gets lost. When you go narrow, you can get really specific and again, position yourself as an expert. Benefit number two, what that then does, it eliminates competition. Okay, because you're not competing in all these different areas with all these different types of loans that you can offer to people. You're going narrow. You're an expert, and so you've planted your flag in an area that you own, and so you don't have competition in that sense. Like, you're not trying to compete against rate. Against an online lender, you are saying you're going to want to work with me because I'm the very best at what I do. Okay. The third benefit, and this is a big one, is it allows you now to get to choose the type of client, the ideal client that you want to work with, right? Like, let's say that you're really good with with VA transactions. I've actually got two private clients that absolutely own the markets that they're in with VA, and they position themselves as an expert. For the most part, they've eliminated competition in their markets, and they're attracting the type of client and the type of transactions that they want. These are the people they want to work with. They want to help. They want to serve. And they're really good at these types of transactions. And so, man, you take those three together, it gives you a huge opportunity to grow your business in whatever market. It doesn't matter online mortgages. It doesn't matter if it's a Rocket Mortgage. Like, you are the expert. You've positioned yourself that way. And one last thing, a PS on that. It doesn't mean that you're only going to do that type of transaction. Like, for example, I mentioned the two people I coach that are they own their VA markets, but they get all kinds of transactions as well, because a real estate agent who brings them a VA loan the first or second time, all of a sudden they're like, these guys are unreal. Like, I love this person. Do you do other, like, do you do condo loans? Do you do, VA? Of course. And so, like, what ends up happening, you partner with people and they start sending you all their business, but you're able to open that door because you're the expert. All right. So I hope you found that video helpful. And if so, here's one more thing that I think you'll like. A few times a month, I hop on the phone with loan officers just like you to talk about their business and kind of the direction that they're heading. I teach you how to close more transactions, but to do that in less time than you're spending today. And so that you have more time for your family, for your friends, maybe to take that vacation that you promised yourself and your family a couple of years ago that still hasn't happened. Additionally, you'll learn how to attract top performing real estate agents instead of chasing after real estate agents that are probably not going to send you a referral anyway. And so if that's interesting to you, just drop me a message on LinkedIn through a direct message, or on Facebook, Twitter, same thing. Just shoot me a direct message that says, hey, Jay, I'd like to talk with you. And then we will send you an email with a link to my calendar, and you can select the time that works, that fits your schedule. All right, we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks.